Is it on your
Okay.
Martha?
What? I'm sorry.
Is it on your page?
I'm seeing.
It's on Allergy Dragon.
Yeah, it's on Allergy Dragon. Sorry.
Yep, we're live.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
you're live.
really delayed.
There
Okay.
you are.
Yay, and I've hit record, so yay, we're recording now. Woo! Oh, and there's somebody coming in. It looks like my sister, the oldest sister. Okay. She's been to one of them before.
All right, so I will monitor the chat. Is this your sister?
This is the oldest sister, Cindy. You have met her before virtually, Dee Dee, and so is Tracy. Leah, I'm not sure if you have or not. Okay. So she's on there eventually.
Hi, Cindy.
You need to unmute yourself.
Hi. Now I'm getting ready to eat, so I didn't want to put my.
Okay, that's fine. You're hearing us.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to officially start the meet and eat then. Hello. We're back at it again this month. We skipped last month though, so but I missed you all. I don't know if everybody missed me, but I missed you all.
I missed you. We always miss you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I wasn't really asking that, you know, just to make myself feel better, but it does, it helps. Okay, so who wants to start with their treats? Anybody in particular want to go first?
Martha, why don't you go first? You're hosting this week. So
Okay, I'll go first, Misty. I was trying to be nice. Okay, I really just want to see the shame that I did. Okay, so I was using one of Tracy's recipe blogs, but she had kind of had, I'll put a link down below, but she made chocolate covered sun butter pumpkin. So I decided, well, I'm going to do ghost because, you know, we can't have chocolate. And my ghosts kind of look more like, as Kara puts it, like snowmen. But so I would say this, they taste fine, but don't rush it too much. And I had to rush it. It's a very quick and easy. That's why I thought, oh, I'll throw it together an hour before or a couple hours ahead of time. And I'm glad I got started on it when I did at 8 this morning. Then I got a phone call that nobody had showed up. So I would say don't rush it. So then I had to like let them sit, and then had trouble temping the white chocolate. So I'm going to try and give you a lovely, okay. I'm gonna see, that's my ghost.
that looks like a ghost.
It does look like a ghost.
Somewhat.
Just needs some little eyes.
It needs something else on it.
Raisin eyes.
Good idea.
Little licorice eyes on there.
Yeah, if you had licorice or if you could eat M&Ms or anything like that would be fun. We originally were gonna put teal because she had some icing, but I had to like put the chocolate on it because she actually ran through, we use like these are like the Sheffield's peanut, they're like white chocolate chips. They do have soy and dairy in them, but she had trouble temping it because she was actually trying to help me out. She said, Mom, I'll do them. I'm like, cool, you can put that on there. But she had trouble temping it. And it's not usually the best to try and like cover something with or use it in cake. I usually have to get it really, really thin. So I had to use like about 3 times the amount of coconut oil to get it to even spread that much on it. But they taste good. And
That's the important thing.
That's right. And I think they would be really good if you had the time to just make them cuter and that kind of thing. And then Kara, the overachiever that she is, she did these snack bags.
Oh, cute.
Her birthday party this weekend. So I said, well, I'll share at least one thing that's cute. And I'll shamelessly plug, it's my, you know, my her sugar cookie recipe. So she did teal ghosts.
Oh, those are precious.
So they're cute and they're good, but they look a lot better than mine, but they taste good. So, but that was it as far as my, my treats go. What are you all doing for Halloween this year? We really, honestly, I did boo bags for the kids and that kind of thing because none of them are doing trick or treating and that kind of thing. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had confirmation, but I don't think anyone is trick or treating this year officially. So I'm just gonna sit in my backyard with a bonfire. That's what I'm gonna do.
Our neighborhood is trick or treating. Just depending on parents who are comfortable and not comfortable. So we're putting our little treats in little individual bags. We don't have hands everywhere. And I've got hand sanitizer out front and they can spray their little hands. And then we serve hot cider to the kids and beer to the grownups. So they're very excited. That's how I get them to come. We have beer sold all over our Facebook group because I like to see the kids. I'm excited to see them, even if they're a little distance. They can grab their little goodie bag and everybody can get their beer and their cider. But we're trying to be really cautious about making sure little hands are clean and keeping our distance, all that kind of thing. We have neighbors who did something similar to what Leah did, and they need a PVC pipe thing so they can shoot the candy down the PVC pipe, so they don't even have to come up to the door.
That's cool.
Because we are very immune compromised at the moment, we cannot be out and about among anyone. So my kids are putting their costumes on, and I think about half my neighborhood is trick-or-treating. You know, like other areas, it's sort of personal preference. So my husband has gotten PVC pipe, and we have a porch that has a roof on it, and the kids are going to sit up there, and God, I hope no one falls off. It's like my one big fear. And it happens to be my older son's 11th birthday on Thursday. So we usually do a big Halloween birthday party. And of course, that's not happening this year. So they're going to sit up there in their costumes and shoot candy down at anyone who comes by. And kind of, we'll see how long they're interested in that. It could be anywhere from 5 seconds to hours. You know, we'll see. We have tons of kids in this neighborhood. You know, like every house has like 2 or 3 kids, and you know, we've had people in past years, like, you know, kind of drive in, and I actually usually get those airline bottles of little stuff for the adults. So now I'm thinking maybe I should still do that. I wonder if that's why we get so many.
If you feed them, they will come.
Yeah, I got those bottles of wine. And
Can I ask a question?
sure.
How old are your all's children?
He'll be 11 on Thursday, and then 8, and the 8-year-old will be 9 on Thanksgiving.
And you, Tracy, do you have children?
I do. I have a 19-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter.
Oh, good Lord. You're kidding me, right? You're a vampire, right? You don't look like you have children that old. Sorry.
I like you. Where do you live?
I live in Dover, Delaware. You look too young to have children that old. Dee, what about you?
I have all adult children and then one 15-year-old. So ours are 28, 24, 23, and combined household. I didn't birth them all, but they're ours. And then we have a 15-year-old in the house, and she has not decided yet if she's trick-or-treating or not. So we don't know what she's doing. She probably won't. She got in a little trouble last weekend, so she may not be going anywhere this weekend.
Okay, great. Thanks. I was just curious when we were talking about children.
And this is not wine, y'all, just so you know. I've got my kombucha, but it's just more fun in a pretty glass.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
I am drinking wine, so yes.
And you should be, but I have fun book club tonight, so I will be driving on icy roads. So alcohol is probably not the best idea.
Probably not. Okay, who's next on treats?
I'll go.
Go. Okay.
So I made a version of Rice Krispie treats that I got off Enjoy Life's website, and they're Monster Mash sweet and salty Krispie treats. So they have the Enjoy Life, which I had out, and I'll grab them in a minute, but they're lentil chips crushed up. I could not for the life of me find name brand Rice Krispies, just so you know. My husband, bless him, went to like 7 different stores to find Rice Krispie type cereal, and Trader Joe's for the win. And then you were supposed to use Enjoy Life crunchy double chocolate chip cookies. Could not find those, but Partake had some available in Whole Foods, who, by the way, did not have Rice Krispie type cereal. And then chocolate chips are on the top, and you're supposed to put orange frosting, but I just felt like it was already so much sugar. And then marshmallows and vegan, you know, allergy-free butter, because we have all the top 8 except for soy in our house. So I melted the butter, and I used the vegan gelatin-free, trying to be really allergy vegan friendly. Do not use those marshmallows. They don't melt. So my first batch is I'm sitting there and it's trying to get the marshmallows to melt. And I realized I had been stirring for like 10 minutes. And the only thing that was happening was the bottom of my pan was getting burnt. So it was kind of this texture that I wish I had taken a picture of, but I was so frustrated that it was just like slimish almost, but like a thick slime. So I tried, I was like, all right, I'll just throw it in the bowl of all the dry stuff mixed together real quick. And if I can do it, and it just literally like congealed and turned hard.
Ew.
So that got just dumped in the trash. And like an hour later, I threw something else away and it was like clunk.
Oh no.
So I started again. Luckily, I got 2 bags of marshmallows, and one of them was just regular, but allergy-free marshmallows, but it had the gelatin in it. Apparently, you really need the gelatin, and they're delicious. So, like this, I had about 6 more of these, and my kids ate them. As you can kind of see that now they're falling down the plate, but they're really good. I like the salty chips in them. It sort of breaks the sweetness up a little bit, but it is tons of sugar. My kids were offering to help me tonight, as I'm on the East Coast, so it's a little after 7 now, be my live taste testers, but they need to go to bed at some point. So they certainly weren't getting them tonight, but yeah, they're really good and they're fun. And you could maybe take the chocolate chips are sort of the decoration on the top, but I think if you took those off, you could use the icing, or if you really just want to go crazy and throw tons of sugar on there. But they also, look how big they are. Like they're thick.
Huge. Yeah.
I probably would have used a bigger pan. They suggested it, and thinner as well. But I mean, they're good. They're gooey. Vegan butter works.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, they're delicious. I'm gonna have a little bite myself.
Yeah.
It is meaty.
I'd like some, please.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah.
They're good.
Really good.
Do the Willy Wonka thing where we virtually just.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, they're good and super easy. By the time they cool off, you can eat them. So
Awesome.
Very
Yum.
Okay, Tracy, DD.
Okay, so I prepped for some items because I had to use melted chocolate for things and I didn't want to get all messy and whatever. But so I made 3 variations of really simple Halloween treats. So first thing that I made was my cookie frosting eyeballs.
Oh, cute.
They're
So
cute.
these are super simple. You just take an allergy-friendly Oreo-like cookie. I used the Glutino. I got the super stuffed because there was a little bit more frosting in the middle. So then you just remove the frosting. You roll it up into a little ball. And then what I did is I prepped my eyeballs. You can use any brightly colored allergy-friendly candy. I use Skittles just because that's what was easy in there. I mean, you can use jelly beans, you can use licorice, you can use anything as long as it's like bright and creepy. So I picked all the orange and the green, the yellow, the red, so it looked creepy. And you just dot the middle with some melted Enjoy Life Foods chocolate. And then you just insert it. Let's see if I can do this way though. Voila, eyeball.
This is nice. Very nice.
and
So we
super
have that. What you can also do is you can take the cookie, you can take the top off, and you put the eyeballs inside with a little bit of chocolate in the back, and you put it back in, and you have a little cookie monster.
Cute.
I love the Cookie Monster.
And then the last thing I did was, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to always have leftover chocolate when I melt it, which I hate to waste. So whenever I do that, I mix in any kind of crunchy cereal that I have to make a leftover treat. And I also stuck them into eyeballs into this. So it's just like a little blobby monster.
Ah, get you and your little monsters.
Little monsters.
I
All
love-
quick and easy.
I should have done those monsters is what I should have done. I did the little Jack skeleton guys and they turned out terrible, y'all. Little guy. He's supposed to be white. He's yellow because I halved the recipe because I didn't need to make a full recipe. And everything was perfect except I forgot to half the eggs. So I put 2 eggs in, and I use real eggs because, you know, we don't have egg allergy anymore. Otherwise you could use flats, but then you'll have some little brown guys, and that's probably fine too. And I overcooked my ganache, my the chocolate which you mix with the cream, right, to make the little eyes in the mouth. And we're getting some love on Facebook. Thank you. That's so nice. But they taste good. I mean, they do taste good. They turned out nice. I used Martha, can you share your screen? Can you make me host for a minute?
Yeah, I gotta remember.
We have company, so I'm not in my kitchen, so I can't show you all the stuff. I did not want to carry everything down in the basement, but I do want to show you guys what I use. And I also want to show you what they're supposed to look like. They're not supposed to look like that. And the recipe came from Hungry Happenings. And I just did a lot of conversions to make it allergy and gluten-free. Okay, let's see if this will work. Yeah. So
Letting you do it.
let me see if you got it. I just need to, it's not letting me share that picture, really. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you guys are in my screen, but you can kind of see it. So you can see my whole desktop now. You can see everything I'm doing, which is something. But anyway, this is what I use. I use the Enjoy Life mini cookies. The recipe called for chocolate graham crackers. And I found allergy-friendly, gluten-free regular graham crackers, but I didn't find chocolate ones. And I really wanted it to look chocolatey. So I used the Enjoy Life cookies. I used the Enjoy Life chocolate with coconut milk to make the ganache. It called for sour cream. I used yogurt instead, vanilla yogurt. So I didn't use the vanilla flavoring because it was already in the yogurt, but if you use plain yogurt or regular sour cream, you can do that. And the VioLife cream cheese, earth balance, soy free, I love, 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 and then sugar. And that's really all it is. I mean, it's really, really simple, but they're supposed to look like this. Hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second and let me show you what they're supposed to look like, because they're not supposed to look like that. They're supposed to look like that. Can you see these guys? Can you see them?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to look like. Those look perfect. Mine don't look like that. But you know, life happens and they still taste good. And I think like if I had little kids, it would have been so much fun to make that with them, because they can crumble up the cookies, they can smush it in the little tin, and hers are full size. I did minis. They're hard to decorate minis, so I'd absolutely recommend doing the full size and not the minis, or they're gonna look like this instead of that.
Those look good. Do
Yeah,
they taste
not bad.
yeah.
That's very good. It was fun.
There you go.
So there's my little Jack skeleton dudes. Don't put extra egg in. It's not okay.
No.
They don't cook right. I actually had to freeze them to get them out of the cupcake things. Well, they were too mushy.
Okay.
This is the,
This is and oh, get the lentil chips.
Ooh, those look good.
yeah, these are what made it a little bit the salty sweet, along with the cookies and, you know, marshmallow and rice cereal and all that, all the sugar that went into it. It does balance it a little bit. I thought it was going to taste weird, but it was good.
How are the lentil chips on their own?
Awesome.
Yeah, those are really good.
I love the lentil chips. I started going towards vegan to change because I've just had so many issues with my health.
Mhm.
And I love the lentil chips. I love them. They're absolutely, and they have different flavors as well. So it's awesome. And I also like that they're not too high in sodium, which was an issue for me.
It reminded me almost of a potato chip, almost.
Sort of like a cross between potato chips and bugles, sort of.
Huh.
Yeah, the texture of like the bugle. I totally get that.
It's
And I love the sweet and salty play. I think that those would taste really well together.
Do they still make bugles? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I have no clue. It's been years. I just remember being a kid and put them on the end of the hand.
Yeah, we used to love them.
They do, because we got them. We got them last year for my daughter's birthday. We had a unicorn party, Sweet 16 unicorn, and or not Sweet 16 last year. She was 15. Oh my goodness! But anyway, we had unicorn thorn, and I saw them, and I was like, we have to get these.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I hadn't even seen bugles, but it's amazing how many things you don't think about. And then all of a sudden you're like, do they even make it anymore? Because, you know, they haven't been in my house for eons. Crazy.
Did any of you run into any issues with the food labeling changes during COVID?
Leah.
A manufacturer who didn't update their labeling and still put out, and now I wish I could remember what the heck it was. But my son ate the ice pop that did not have dairy labeled in it. They had added skim milk when it was always only coconut. It did not say it on the label. And he went to anaphylaxis. Very allergic to dairy. On their website, the labeling information was correct, but the packaging had not been updated. And when I called a couple of days later, when he was, stable and, home and everything, they said, well, you really should check our website. Does anyone
do your freaking labeling is what you should do.
Yeah.
Because when you're grocery shopping, that's what you're going to do. You're stopping to shop, you're going to go online, you're going to go to the website and try to navigate it, find the exact same, honestly.
Yeah, and they said during COVID, they're doing the best they could. So I reamed out several people. I've written letters and like who goes to the website? And I'm an expert at this.
And sometimes the Wi-Fi in the stores or the service in the stores isn't good. You can't get to the website while you're checking.
Yeah, and here's the other added challenge. Because of COVID, it took 23 minutes for an ambulance, not even an ambulance, for a fire truck to get to the house, when it usually takes 4 to 6 minutes. 23 minutes.
Also, who is, I don't know about you guys, but when I leave the house, I don't touch my phone when I'm out. So who's going to stop and pull up? I mean, if you have to, you do. But for the most part, when you're in the food store, who's going to stop and touch your phone? And
no.
Are you comfortable saying what product this was?
Not right now. No.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Offline later.
But no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we had some
I don't
problems.
even go in the grocery store. Everything is delivered right now.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to check labels in a store? I don't go in.
Mm-hmm.
So now every time everything comes home, now I'm double checking labels, and it's but there's probably not much we can do about it because they have a waiver from the FDA. So anyone who's watching and can hear my voice, please write the FDA. Please call.
The FDA is a joke. And
I believe I still have the docket number on my phone. Let me see if I have it. Hold on.
I don't have it here.
So it's anyone who's listening, go to FDA and it's FDA-2020-D-1139. That
FDA
is for
2020. Say that again, Tracy. I'm putting in the chat.
okay. FDA-2020.
Oh wait, dash. Hold on. Okay.
-D like dog -1139. And from what I'm being told,
And that's the docket.
that's the docket number on FDA's website. And what I was told by an attorney friend of mine is the difference between going to FDA and commenting versus like starting a campaign or, whatever. The FDA has to look at the comments on their site. If it's some kind of campaign that you start to try to change the food labeling, they don't give a crap.
Yep.
So that's why I'm urging people to go to that website and to that docket and leave a comment.
And that's FDA.com or .gov.
Then,
.gov.
yeah.
Oops, not FDS. I can type. I have typofluenza.
Have you guys had anyone else running into similar issues? Because I kind of did a search and didn't see a lot, but they might be in the same situation where I can't talk about names and further details.
I think for the most part, I've cooked a lot more from fresh foods, but my staple products have been, luckily, a lot of those companies that are claiming that they're going to stick to their reputation and use the same ingredients and uphold their value to their customers and not change ingredients up.
Yeah. Well, and this was, that one time that you do a special thing. You're like, guess not. With our level of allergen, we're pretty vigilant, and I We don't go out. We don't, I mean, I cook all the time. My husband cooks all the time. And, you know, one ice pop, special treat, end of summer. Not worth it.
And boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's those surprises you can like, you know, you don't need. Nobody needs those surprises. We're trying to figure out, honestly, I had a food allergy, but I can't figure out, I had an allergic reaction about 4 weeks ago now, and it was at work, and we're trying to figure out what it was from because it was potatoes. And my person is swearing, no, I did it. We went through how we did it, but I had took 2 bites and I had to use the EpiPen myself, and I was at work and scared the tar out of 2 of my new people. But anyway, but they can't figure it out. So we're trying to figure out if it has to do with some of the oil or the seasonings, but trying to hunt it down has proven very hard, especially with our level of bulk ordering and then trying to find it and from the suppliers and that kind of thing. And I was like, well, then what am I supposed to do if I have a patient problem?
Yeah.
So that's been my problem with it and not being able to see. And I still don't know what the heck caused it. It was potatoes with seasoning, and then we use a phase, which is supposed to be completely allergen friendly and gluten free. And that according to their website and what we could find out, they're fine, that they hadn't changed anything in their, so I just still don't know. So I think it has to do with the processing, or it is something that my person did and they just can't, they don't figure out what they did. Cause they were like, no, I did this. I had them walk me through it. Cause they're very, very picky. And I have quite a few people that actually work with me that have food allergies. And the person that did this has food allergies. And she was like, no, like she's freaking out. So I think it was I don't think it was my person. If it was some type of contact that is so minimal that she doesn't even remember doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's more along the lines of the seasonings or the oil, that they're not, we don't have enough transparency in our labeling as it was, but then you add that decision onto it. It's horrible for us that are outside the 8 majors. It's horrible.
Yeah, we got to celebrate this week to add a little love and happiness. Is until Friday, we had to avoid avocado because my son's first ever like massive anaphylactic that caused us to be life flighted was to avocado. He ate half an avocado on Friday and then has had guacamole twice.
Yay.
I saw your post. That is awesome.
Yes, years of avoidance, and then poof. So yeah, that was the silver lining to a very long week. And he's like, wow, guacamole. They gave him a little like stuffed bear, and so he's been walking around with that and calling it guac. So it was
Very sweet.
Awesome.
And now it's down to 7 food allergies, which
Good.
we started with 13.
That's good. That is really good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the
It'll
7th,
keep going down.
you know, can be hopeful we can maybe do some of them. We'll see.
Yeah, because he's dairy and egg too, right?
We have all the top 8 except for soy.
Except for soy. Yeah.
And no longer avocado. Used to say we have, and then we have some other outside like that aren't food, like we have animals and some medicine, and latex is a big one that we struggle with a lot. It's just in more places than you would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
So exercise equipment and like playground balls and things like that you don't really think of. And like I mentioned, it's his birthday this week. I'm gonna get balloons, but I have to get the balloons, like wash the balloons, that the foil kind. Because they're all made in the same place. The store has a ton of latex, balloons and stuff. So just a little, just planning and thinking ahead of what you're gonna do is all it takes, really. But
it's that stuff, because some people don't think about that. They don't think about things being manufactured in the same place, stored in the same place. And we don't think of cross contact always with stuff. We think of it with food. So I appreciate you mentioning that, Leah, because I think it's really important. A lot of people have latex allergies and probably haven't considered that. I'm itching, like I'm sitting here while I'm talking to you, itching. I had an allergic reaction last week and I have no idea what it's from. Like from here, my whole body is a rash, and I have just no idea. No, I didn't eat anything weird. I changed 2 of my vitamin supplements brands, but the ingredients don't show anything weird in them. So
Did you check the website? Sorry, had to.
I just pulled them out. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take them until this rash goes away. Then I'll take one, and then I'll take another. And because I can't imagine, it's either that or the laundry detergent that my girlfriend used because I was visiting her last week.
Oh, if it was from here down, maybe.
That's because it's not on my face. But you think of with the pillow, it would be on my face.
Do you sleep on your back?
Nothing's on my. I sleep everywhere.
Ah.
It's like every pick a position, I am in it.
It could be the like with your body heat and affecting it with it. So I mean, I've had that. I've actually when they've changed like laundry services where I'm working at, and they've like not told us that they've changed it. I've actually ended up with a whole apron print on me through my clothes. Wow. Yeah. So and it's just your body heat and you're working, and I'm like going like, what the heck, is going on? Get home.
Oh, she uses Arm & Hammer, which is supposed to be hypoallergenic. I don't know.
Yeah, but I've reacted, and I don't really have a lot of, I mean, I'm like very allergic to ragweed, as it turns out, now that I live in Georgia, but I'm trying to think, there's like, I think it's Tide All Clear. There's one brand that's like all clear or free and clear or something.
It messes with you.
Yeah, like you wouldn't believe. And my mother always buys it because for some reason, that sticks in her head that it's free and clear. And I'm like, she's like, I always buy it for when you comes because I know it's allergy free. And I'm like, no, this was not the one that's allergy free. The one that causes me. I was like, just don't buy detergent.
I'll bring my own. I'll bring my own detergent.
We haven't used the method like free and clear or whatever the hell it's called. I'm like, stop. I will buy it. I'll keep it here. Poor thing. She tries to be so helpful, and yet
it's super funny. You just never know what's going to put you over the edge. Never, ever.
Actually, I have to put that on my.
Forgot to take my Claritin today, so I'm like extra itchy. I've been taking Claritin in the morning and Benadryl at night just to try to calm stuff down a little bit.
Well, anyone have any other sort of Halloween tips before we head off to book clubs and some of us slumber?
Yeah, some of us will be going to bed soon. At least I will be. So anyway, no other comments or tips.
I think just respecting the comfort level of people around you and trying to be as safe as you can, but still letting kids have some fun, I think is important.
And I know that we normally have, we don't have a teal pumpkin. I don't know what happened to it, but we have a big giant teal bowl. So I always put that out as kind of a, reminder that we're allergy friendly. And I kind of, I mix some like little toy things, non-edible things with, top 8 friendly snacks, because I figure I would rather have everything safe for anyone that takes it than have it anything mixed or touch or anything else, especially with this year. I don't even know how I'm going to do that. Maybe not a big bowl. Maybe I'll get a teal tarp or something.
You just do like a slingshot and just.
Or you could just.
Oh, some people are. I've heard some of my neighbors saying they're going to slingshot.
It's like throwing.
Oh, I don't know.
Turning off the lights.
All right, ladies. Well, it has been fun as always. Thank you.
Don't forget to check ingredients. You may even have to check websites.
Check everything. Check it all.
I guess we are ending it. Bye,
All right, we'll see you
guys.
next week.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.